HarperCollins presents Why I Care and Why Care Matters. Written and read by Ed Davey. Introduction. Why I Care. I don't need to explain why I care for my son, John, who's 17 and has complex needs, any more than I need to explain why I care for my daughter, Ellie, who's 11 and doesn't. I don't need to explain why I cared for my mother when I was in my teens and she was terminally ill. I don't need to explain why I cared for my grandmother in my 30s and 40s, even though my wife Emily sometimes laughs at the memory of me cleaning my nana's false teeth. I don't need to explain the joy of these relationships to anyone who's ever cared or been cared for, which is all of us. I can look at anybody, a friend, a stranger, a constituent, a political opponent, and know they feel the same about their loved ones as I do about mine. I could meet a man knowing nothing about his culture, language, beliefs, or habits, and still be fairly confident of these things: that he would lay down his life for his children, that it would break his heart to watch his mother die. Caring is not even what makes us human. You could say at least some of these things about a bear. Caring is how we know we're alive. Yet, even as we all have our own personal understandings of such family care, and can recognise the deep emotions others feel when they reflect on caring for their loved ones, not to mention the profound practical impact caring for someone can have on our daily lives, family care rarely appears in our political conversations about social care. It almost never gets even a mention in the debates about the future of healthcare, and is totally absent in our conversations about our wider society and the economy. This is a profound mistake, with implications for our NHS, for our politics, and for our world that go far deeper than I initially understood when I started out on my journey of reflecting on my life as a carer. We talk about politics as if we are a nation of individuals, fighting for our own interests, endlessly competing for some slender advantage, when in fact we're a nation of families, friends and neighbours who find our meaning and fortitude in helping one another. We talk about the economy as if money is everything, and nothing unpaid is worth anything at all. Most of us will have disproved that before we've sat down to breakfast. We have long, increasingly strained discussions about the National Health Service and what it will take to fix it, without joining the dots. Some progress has been made. I think there is now a widespread recognition that healthcare is inextricably bound up with social care, even though our political system is still failing to put in place the fairly obvious policies that follow that insight. Let's see what the government's Casey Commission produces. But I'm flabbergasted by how many experts and politicians will talk about the NHS and social care with absolutely no reference to family care, to the millions of people in our country who do the vast majority of our nation's caring every day. So perhaps my main argument here is quite a simple one. We must make these millions of people visible. Our nation's carers must have a voice. And if we try to fix the NHS and social care without family care, not just in the discussion but at the centre, we will fail. But just imagine that. A family-led NHS and care system. How extraordinarily radical. Just look at how the exclusion of family carers from the mainstream health and care debate makes it so negative. Take mental health. We discuss mental health as if it were a matter of personal responsibility and fortune, something you can protect or foster on your own. We all know that isn't true, that
Sample complete. Ready to continue?